I don't even understand. I don't think they know what they're talking about. And we don't have any prescribed LGBTQ plus curriculum.
First of all, a couple of weeks ago, a funeral was shot up. I guess some young guy was shot up, you know, and he died, and his whole crew was at the funeral, and somebody drove past the funeral, said, hey, I'd already know his crew gonna be there, and shot up his crew. My wife just now bought me some water too. See, they love me around here. All right, fast forward to this weekend though. This weekend, a graduation, a high school graduation was shot up, where an 18-year-old and his dad was shot and killed right outside at the graduation. Other people who was passing by, they were shot too. I think 7 people in all was shot. 2 people died. A 19-year-old young dude was arrested and will be charged for shooting the dad and the 18-year-old at the graduation. And then just yesterday at a funeral, at the funeral grounds, at the burial site, another funeral was shot up in Maryland, in Prince George's County. All right. That right there, man, just shows that this world is becoming so daggone demonic. It's crazy. And guess what? No AR-15s, no AK-47s, none of them high power rifles that they call the worst things ever out there that they're trying to ban. None of those were used. All right, none of those were used. It was handguns. It was illegal handguns, yeah, that were used in these shootings. So we about to check this joint out. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. Let's get to it. People are just nuts, man. I swear to goodness.
Things got ugly in Glendale, California. A new video this morning showing people fighting and brawling. There are a lot of parents here outside of this school board meeting in California. One side there to support a resolution recognizing June as Pride Month and incorporate curriculum about the LGBTQ plus community. The other side, a lot of families protesting the school district's choice in policies. Nick is here to walk us through what happened. Nick.
And Kelly, Adrian, you could see that crowd at one point outnumbered the number of law enforcement officers there. At least 3 people were arrested following those altercations outside Los Angeles. While the fighting forced school board members to pause their hearing, they unanimously approved recognizing June as Pride Month, which it has done for the last 4 years. This video shows some of the 500 or so people who came out on both sides of the issue. You can see how the 2 sides are mostly separated by barriers with officers standing between them. In the background, you can see a group of people waiting to get in so they could speak during the public comments. It's not clear what led up to this confrontation on a nearby street, where you can see one side rush the other, followed by fighting. Police say most demonstrators were peaceful, with only a small group acting dangerously.
Well, what happens is some people think that they can say whatever the hell they want to say to people. They think that they can yell in people's face. They think that they can protest disrespectfully, smack their phones out of their hands and spit on them, as long as they're doing it in the name of a protected group. I don't just any protected group, because a lot of these groups are actually starting to drink the Kool-Aid and believe that they are actually protected. They really are. And then they start to get some foot in their back pockets. They start to get some toes in their back pockets and realize they're not as protected as they thought they were. All right. And this is how these brawls start. People get all in their feelings. You know, things get heated. And certain people you're not going to disrespect. Certain people aren't going to take that. People need to know this before they go in and starting these altercations with people. All right. If you're going to protest, march, make your signs, say your chants that you practice on the way there. Try to stand in front of something so they not get access to it, because the whole point of a protest is to make things harder for someone to do whatever they came there to do. Like if they're coming there to speak, you want to block the door. All right. You want to make things a little bit more difficult. I get that. But when things get disrespectful, move out the way or fisticuffs will happen. And as you can see, people with rainbow flags in their back pockets are fighting people with American flags in their hands, and things ain't going the way that they wanted to go. You don't know that there's people on all sides right now who are ready to fight. They really are. Just like it's people ready on the LGBTQ side, it's people ready on the U.S. Flag side. On every single side, there are people who are tired of someone's sugar honey iced tea, and they are ready to throw some knuckles. Facts.
Now, officers declared an unlawful assembly, ordering everyone to leave the area. Advocates point out some of the curriculum is required by state law and highlights lessons on diversity and contributions of LGBTQ+ leaders. But other parents say they want more transparency and more options to opt out.
No one's handing us a curriculum and saying you have to teach kids to be gay. Like, I don't even understand. I don't think they know what they're talking about. And we don't have any prescribed LGBTQ+ curriculum.
So we don't have a curriculum that's telling us to teach kids to be gay. We're doing it all on our own. This is my idea. That's her idea. That's his idea. We don't need the curriculum. Like, we have the freedom to create our own curriculum. We are the ones that decide to teach the kids to be gay.
We just don't leave gay people out of the equation.
We're talking about children. We're not ready for such choices. It confuses them. And ultimately, these are things that parents should decide.
Now, the issue at play in Glendale highlights new exclusive polling that Newsnation has with our partners at Decision Desk HQ. A new poll finds 26% of respondents believe the State Board of Education should have the final say on what is taught in public schools, while 25% say parents should. The results are mostly divided by party line, with most Republican and independent saying parents should have the final say, while most Democrats side with education officials or teachers.
I honestly don't know how I feel about that, because most parents don't know what the hell to teach their kids. And a lot of parents also are ignorant. They are. And they buy into a lot of the propaganda that's been passed on around this country nowadays. They buy into it really quickly. They're like, I don't see no problem with it. Yeah, we should teach them that. Why not? Why not? I got friends who. And they, next thing you know, they check off something that they don't mind being taught to your child. And if they're going by majority rules, then you are sugar honey iced tea out of luck.
Now, Adrian Kelly, Glendale Unified School District did release a 6-page handout that details what sort of topics can and cannot be taught in the classroom, and those circumstances that parents can indeed have their children opt out.
Thank you for watching. Go to Newsnation now.
I will say this, man, Adrian Bankert, there are some beautiful news anchors nowadays. I'm just starting to notice that. Maybe it's because I'm looking at the news. Maybe there's always been beautiful news anchors. Maybe it's always been that way. They just are all, I'm starting to see a lot of them are really nice on the eyes. That's just it. I'm just starting to see that.